re-listen to everything because
Did
it's
you?
just no, I have to because I listened to it like 2 days in a row. I'm like, all right, I remember everything. Now it's like my memory is just like fading.
Oh. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Two Dumb Yinzers. This is episode, Mike, what is this, 105?
106, I think.
106, holy shit, man.
I think
I
that's
can't
what I
even, I
put
can't even
in.
keep up.
That's what I put in. We'll just go with that till I fix it.
Yeah, no, that was good. What's going on, brother, man?
Oh, I'm living the dream. Long day at work today, but it was all good.
Was it a long one?
Yeah, more work showed up than we thought was going to be there. So work showed up late. So, it makes the day longer. But you know what? It was a good day. My ankles are swollen. My knees
It
hurt.
always
My
sucks when
back
the work
hurts.
shows up, you know?
It does too. I'm supposed to just stand there and look pretty. I'm
Yeah.
doing work. This
And then
isn't fair.
it makes its way there late. You have to show up on time. Why doesn't the work have to show up on time?
Exactly. That's not, because they had issues at the facility or whatever. That's a you problem, not a me
Yeah, that ain't
problem.
their problem. If you got issues at home, you still got to make it to work on time.
Exactly. But it's all good though. I was able to get work went really well. So it was good. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. So I had a good day. Oh my goodness. And then of course, my kid, exactly as we start recording, wants me to play on the phone with him. Actually, he's trying to find videos of his brother that he posted.
The funny thing is, I'm looking at my picture and how bright I am, and you said that I look like a corpse the other day.
You did. The way the lighting was, it looked really bad.
And I'm looking at myself now, and I'm just wondering why my picture says dumb Yinzer and yours says smart Yinzer.
Smart. You like that one? You're the dumb one. I'm the smart one.
Smart one.
I'm smart. SMRT. I am so smart. Shout out Homer Simpson.
So,
I have the power to rename people. I might as well use it for good.
Yeah, you might as well.
Might as well. Might as well have some fun. Like when I put my head forward like this, my God, my head looks giant.
Yeah.
I noticed that the other day and didn't comment on, but I think I had to today.
No, I think you commented on it, actually.
I may have. Like I said, man, my memory is, oh my God, for shits. And talk about bright. Oh my God, you can see the sweat and the grime on my face. There we go.
I love it.
Bruh.
This is the best show ever.
Dude, I like so out of it. Like I got home late. Normally I get home around like 9:15. I get home till 10. Had no time to relax. No, yeah. It's just not good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Might make the show entertaining.
Yeah, for sure, man. But them Buccos, Mike, 4 in a row.
4 in a row.
They win again 3-2.
Yes.
That takes over to 38-50. The Brewers won, so the Pirates are still 11 games back. Mm-hmm. They play game 3 of 4 of the 4-game set against the Marlins today at 6:40.
Hey, O'Neal Cruz hit a go ahead triple.
Did he?
Yeah. So see, people, you don't need to just get a strikeout or a home run. You can actually put the ball in play.
Yeah.
Exciting things happen, and the team can get the go ahead runs, tying runs. He was right, boom, there in scoring position for the next guy to come up. Smart baseball.
So get on base. The Pirates, they're off and running.
Yeah. Playing 600 baseball, got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
You can only, I made fun yesterday, they're beating the lowly Marlins, but like you said too, hey man, they beat Milwaukee. So,
and like I said, the beating of the Marlins, those are teams when you stink, you usually say, well, you can't even beat the Marlins.
Yeah.
So are winning those games that you would expect them to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think that speaks for something. I don't know what, but but you're right. They beat they're handling Milwaukee this year.
Mm-hmm.
They won some pretty impressive games. I mean, the sweep over the Dodgers, with the exception of the 16-0 loss to the Yankees. You know what I mean? They beat the Yankees first. So there's potential. Again, I'm not don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We are family. We're not celebrating big in October this year, but I think that they're going to make it just entertaining enough, which is fine for me because, we still have a month left till football takes off.
Yeah.
So, I'll see. Yeah. We'll see what they do.
See what they do, It's like, as long as they, become more consistent, like with their good habits and playing well, it's going to be good. But, if they go back to like the typical bumbling buckos we've been used to the past couple seasons, it's going to be a long, long summer.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it, and they, like I said, you went 8 out of 10, which is totally possible, with this run that they have right here.
Yeah.
The 4 against the Marlins, which they've already, they won the first 2. And then you play Colorado and then back home again for another 3 against the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
They could easily, in my opinion, go 7-3, 8-2, which again, if the Brewers lose a couple games when we're winning, just little by little, that's all we can do at this point is chip away. And the thing is, they're probably about the 5th worst team in the league right now. If you look at all the records in the league, there's only about 4 or 5 teams below them. But like I said, you are one decent streak away from being kind of in the middle of things, considering that you had the 9-game losing streak, considering you had the 5-game losing streak. They're not that far out yet where, we just got to throw in the towel. I mean, you and I and the rest of the Pittsburgh fans know that we can throw in the towel, but we can create this illusion for the next month that there is, some kind of hope there.
Yeah. And I was just like looking at the standings. They're 9 games back from the Cardinals, and still 11 back from Milwaukee. That's like a tough order to, they need those 2 teams to stumble, and they're playing pretty good baseball, those 2 teams. So it's gonna be rough, like you were saying, like that, to try and chip away. You need those teams to come back, but their winning percentages, I'm just looking throughout the league, they're not that high.
No.
Milwaukee's 557, Cardinals are 533, and I'm looking at like other division leaders like 701.
Right.
The AL Central's kind of weak, kind of like the NL Central, but like 539 and a 500 team. And Houston winning 66% of their games. The Mets winning 61. The Dodgers 65%. We're in the right division.
Yeah, absolutely.
For those teams, they're dominant into the division, but overall they're not that dominant.
You're right.
So, stranger things have happened, but I don't see it happening. Maybe if like the Cardinals stumble and we go on a run, we can maybe catch them for a little bit.
Well, here's the beauty of it. It's baseball. These are division teams. We're going to play them all 100 more fucking times before the season's over.
Right.
There's going to be runs where we play Cardinals, Brewers, Cardinals. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's going to play to our advantage or not, but we are going to have the opportunities. It isn't like they're going to be able to create this space and stay away from us for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Lots of baseball left. Like I said, if the Pirates really want to chip away, there's going to be opportunities for them to chip away.
Yeah.
Let's see what they can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if they can play, like I was saying, play consistently the way they have been, there's a decent chance they can, make some headway. At least,
if you're sitting 3.5 out of a wild card spot and we're talking about you, I think that's a success for the Pirates.
Oh yeah, considering they lost 100 games last year, and most people, even myself included, had them pegged because they were tracking that way for the longest time, going to lose another 100 games.
Yeah,
they're still on pace to have a pretty bad record, but hey, it's Pittsburgh now. Apparently, we lower our expectations all over the place for our franchises. So, hey, the Buccos not losing 100 games will be a win for them.
Speaking of which, you were pretty rough yesterday. I went back and I listened to yesterday's show last night. Man, you were relentless. You were you were giving the Yinzers hell.
I was. I'm sorry. Learn to pronounce words properly. Downtown Squirrel Hill. Yins. All right, you got me on that one.
You were.
I was too, man. I went off because you got me all fired up talking about the stadium. Then all these idiots on the on Twitter not being able to, I can't pronounce that. Oh, put down the cheap beer that you drink, and you might be able to pronounce it. Just because you got off work doesn't mean you need to start pounding them because you hate your life and you hate your wife.
What do you think? What do you think about the Heinz Field possibly keeping the ketchup bottles?
I'm not a fan.
I didn't think you would be. I seen it that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Ketchup bottles. I don't know. I think it's kind of tacky after
it is,
the name. But on the other hand, you do. I mean, you have all kind of company names everywhere when you get involved in sports, all the way from NASCAR to the outfield walls in baseball. You always see different names of companies. Would the ketchup bottles remaining at Heinz Field be weird? I don't think it would be weird. It would just be, it would look like more advertising, and over time.
That's all it would be.
Yeah. So, if they keep the ketchup bottles, I think it's going to have a tackiness to it, but I don't really mind. Whatever.
I hope to take them down so there's nothing left of Heinz there, just so that the fans have to embrace the new name.
I like how the ketchup fills up in the thing, like when the Heinz Red Zone and the ketchup bottles turn over and it fills up. It's a thing, you know what I mean?
Like during the season in the game, in the heat of the moment, I'm like, yeah, let's go fill up those ketchup things. But now, like sitting here objectively, it's like, no, it's kind of tacky. But you get me in the mood for a game and liquor it up a little bit. Hell yeah.
So it was, I think you made the comment that over 20 years, the Heinz deal was $57 million. Is that
right? $57 million.
So these guys, it's like 10 million a year or something.
10 million a year, yeah. And the thing is, like, if Heinz really wanted to keep sponsoring the Steelers, they could have, because they're worth more than this other company.
Oh, absolutely.
So they chose not to. They moved their facility out of Pittsburgh. So might as well just get rid of the sponsorship. And everyone in Pittsburgh knows Heinz. They don't need to advertise in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a lot of people in the area that eat Hunts.
It makes you wonder if the the bad economy, if inflation, they're sitting down in their boardrooms looking at these numbers, saying if this contract would have been up 3 years ago, there could have very well been a possibility that we could have renegotiated and continued to be the sponsor with our name on the front of the building. But you're sitting around looking at numbers. Everything is down drastically over the past 3 years due to everything that's going on. They could have very well looked at that and said, you know what, this is the right move for us right now. And logistically and for the business and the company, maybe that's what it was. You don't want to put your name up or spend X amount of millions of dollars, and the economy just keeps going down, down, down. Nobody's buying your product. So you just wonder how much that played a role.
Oh, well, let's do a little. I don't know how well their prices are doing. Heinz sales. Yeah, it could have been, they've looking at it. Oh,
I think that has
the 12 months ending in March 31st, 2022, $25 billion. Yeah, it's a 2% decline from last year, but my God, that's 25, almost $26 billion. I don't think they're hurting there. I think they just didn't want to do it anymore for the most part. Because
on the business end, you're looking at numbers, and if they're going down, yes, we have this, there's this great amount of value. But as business people with the crunch numbers all day long, it just makes you wonder, because a lot of people are faltering. A lot of companies are failing. A lot of places are moving because of the inflation, because of the issues that the coronavirus brought, because of so many different things nowadays. You'd think that plays in there somewhere.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know how long this is going to go on. We're walking on eggshells here.
$26 billion they brought in last year, though. I think they can afford 10.
That's a lot of ketchup, man.
So that's a lot of ketchup. But that's all right, that maybe that lady who's starting the protest of like buying Hunts will eat into their profits.
Yeah.
That lady should be ran out of Pittsburgh. She should lose her Pittsburgh card. Like, you're no longer a Yinzer.
Take the Hunt with her.
Yeah, apparently I'm more of a Yinzer than this lady.
Oh, you're a Yinzer. You just don't.
I bury it deep down inside.
You do bury it deep. You
Oh,
would hang out. You would be just fine hanging out with any of these people that you insulted yesterday on the show.
No, I wouldn't. No, I would not. Because I'd be like, what?
You would be bad.
Because I would be like, what did you just say? Because I'd be like, what did you say?
You would be bad mouthing everyone. I understand because but I think that you would be just fine. We go downtown, go to a Steeler game, go to a hockey game.
Oh no,
I think you would fit in. You'd have the time of your life.
A Penguin game, yeah. A Penguin game, yeah. Unless like the Penguin Twitter fans show up, no. But like the Penguin fans at the arena, I've always had a great time.
No Twitter fans show up.
But like if I get last time I've been down to like a Steeler game, I could not stand anyone. I just couldn't. Oh, I just can't. It's that Yinzer accent, man. I can't. It grates on me. It's about as bad as a Boston accent, bruh.
You're a shrew.
I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The New York accent gets me. The Southern accent gets me. Most of these accents that we have in America get me. There's just something with the pitch and the tone. It just.
I don't mind them. I know what you're saying. I don't know.
Like I've had been down in Pittsburgh and stuff, drinking before game stuff. Had conversations with people that have the accent. Have good conversations the whole time. I'm thinking, God, your voice is so goddamn annoying, which is probably what everyone thinks when they listen to me talk. So that's fair play,
Yeah.
So it's a two-way street. I understand that, but it's just like it's that Yinzer accent. Sometimes it gets to me. It gets too much.
Me is that central to eastern Pennsylvania accent. It is just such a dopey accent. I don't know.
Yeah.
I worked with a few people from over in the Altoona area, and when they came, there's just something the way they talk. It's not real bad, but it doesn't sound like anybody else. It's not quite anybody else's accent.
Yeah. It's like the Philly accent really doesn't bother me because it's more it's not like an exaggerated form of any type of thing. So
yeah,
but it's just like I don't know, like people from Pittsburgh proper. It doesn't bother me. It's like from the smaller boroughs and the hollows around that there's just something about them.
Yeah, right.
But I'd sit there and I'd get drunk with them. You're right. I'd sit there and get drunk with them because those guys know how to party, and they have damn good stories.
A bitter man.
I am too. I just get the older I get, dude, just the more things just annoy me.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I'm like 80 and I can just yell for no reason. And people are like, oh, okay.
You should get like one of them big boxing bags. The ones that hang from the ceiling. They're like 500 pounds. You ever see these things?
Yeah,
I don't know if they make them anymore. They were big when we were younger.
The heavy bags, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd have a heart attack.
I haven't beat the fuck out of it every day. That might help.
Nah, because then I have to exert myself even more.
Yeah.
F that. No. Maybe I should just get like high all the time. Maybe that might mellow me out.
You get high all the time?
I should.
Shit, you could start meth.
Oh no. Okay. Oh no, here we go. We'll get a Yinzer to teach English to foreigners, and I will teach math to the children and see who can mess up which group the most. I have faith in my terrible math skills that I would ruin the children. And don't you think it would be funny to hear someone like a French accent speak Pittsburghese? Someone from China speaking Pittsburghese. That would be great.
So wait, what are you saying? Have somebody from China do what?
No. Because I was gonna have Yinzers teach foreigners how to speak American, and I would teach children how to do math, and we'd see who would mess who up the most. My math skills are terrible, so the kids would be messed up more. But then I was like, it would be funny to hear like someone from France or Spain or Italy speak with a Yinzer accent on top of their accent, and someone from like China or Japan with their accent speaking the same Yinzer accent on top of it. I think that would be comical.
You're out of your fucking mind, man.
I am. I'm tired. I've been up since midnight.
What about the other big story in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Malkin. That was quick. That was
quick. Yeah.
That happened so fast. they came out and was like he's testing the free agency. Seemed like the very next time I seen anything about him, he was signing. So there you go, 6.1 per year on a 4-year deal.
4-year deal. Like the day before, Penguins president said, "Yeah, we offered him 4." And then media members that are close to Malkin said, "No, that they never offered it." And the next thing you know, boom. Apparently, one call from Crosby, to everyone was like, "This is what I want. This is what you bastards are going to do. This is what you're going to offer him. You're going to accept this offer, and we're going to go play hockey, bruh."
Well, they got their team together. The Crosby, Letang, Malkin that everybody wanted. You got your team.
Yep. So when they get bounced again in the first round, don't go crying to management.
When you're playing this team that has all this young speed, fast,
But don't worry, they'll just blame a goalie like they always do.
Yeah. Well, they have a couple they could blame,
No, yeah. I like Jari's getting hate even though he was hurt.
Yeah, right.
DeSmith's getting hate because he was hurt. It's how can you make fun of poor Louis Domingue? He's the man.
Yeah, right.
He carried that team for a couple wins.
Yeah, there was a couple games he looked damn good, huh?
Yeah. Then he turned into who he was, and that's no knock against him.
No,
but yeah, Gino signed. It's be cool to see him retire as a Penguin, but I'd like to see more Stanley Cups.
Yeah, right.
That's my whole thing. Like when they signed him and Letang, it's like, could they have used that money elsewhere to make the team collectively better overall from top to bottom, make a more solid roster?
I'd like to see them all these guys, your Letang, your Crosby, your Malkin. I would like to see them all make that late career run, almost like the Colorado Avalanche did. With, Bork and Sakic and all these guys that were always great, but they made that one last run before they retired. I'd like to see these guys be able to do that one more time. I think that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, for this whole thing to be a success, re-signing Malkin and Letang, they don't have to win a cup, but they have to me, make a finals appearance for it to be the right move.
Yeah.
So they got 4 years to make the finals. And if they just like, hey, even if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, two out of those 4 years, and having good success in the regular season, good play into the playoffs until they run into like a hot goal or a hot team, yeah, fair enough. But if they get bounced again in the first round, it's not worth it.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know. I want them to win. I want them to succeed. But you never know. Never know what's going to happen.
Insert the dueling banjos. Ding 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 ding
ding ding ding ding.
The Alabama love story. The Alabama love story pops back up, resurfaces. Now Casey White, the guy, you recall the story?
Yeah.
The guard at the prison broke this dude out. They went on a run for 10 days. She killed herself. So here's the story today. Casey White is charged with murder.
What?
Yes. And even in the article, it went on to say that, the story was believed it was a self-inflicted gun wound. And the thing was, in the story, it never said that the guy shot her. He said that they had a pact. She was, she shot herself, and then when he was supposed to, he gave himself up with no incident. Yeah. And it never went on to say that he did it, but the article, the headline was that he is got charged with murder for this.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, not only did he not break the pact, he's getting hit with the murder.
Yeah.
He's already going to be in prison the rest of his life, so what's he sweating? But it's kind of like what you talked about before. You commit the crime, you still got to go through the whole legal process just in case it doesn't get, because it could, how our laws, our legal system is based on precedent. So you don't want to create that precedent of not charging someone and following through. So, hey, it is what it is. It's going to be a quick trial too.
They got to have different levels of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you could throw somebody in. There should be different levels, because somebody like him who, who's already in for a really long time, he breaks out of prison, and then he gets charged with the murder of the accomplice.
Mm-hmm.
His situation doesn't change.
No.
Whether it tightens up, whatever's going on within the prison walls for a period of time or whatnot. The bottom line is he was already going to be locked up for the rest of his life. That doesn't change. In my opinion, there needs to be different levels, because when something like this happens, there needs to be more punishment, because there's more crime. You're not really punishing the guy more by adding 100 years to his already life sentence. There's zero, like you said, it's precedent, but there's zero extra punishment that he has to endure. While he was, very guilty, broke out of prison. There should be other, in my opinion, it almost
I take amenities away from him in jail, but at that point, like you said, he's there forever. So unless, I don't know, take away his seasoning for his food, is that all? That's all that's left now. Just make him eat bland food.
Yeah,
you're trying to think, because I don't know. Hard labor to me would be out of the question.
I like the hard labor idea. It seems very un-American, especially in this.
Actually, no, it's not. The 14th Amendment, man. That's prison workers. You can work them to the bone.
Why don't people practice this? I think it's the time. It's the time. Everyone is pussified.
No, that's just legalized.
Sometimes, not often, but when I do, it definitely reminds me how much the world is pussified.
Pussified? What?
Pussified, yes.
Pussified by respecting people's human rights?
Yes. Because nobody can take a fucking joke. That's the point.
Well, what kind of joke are we talking about here?
It isn't about respecting someone's human right. You're right. I am kind of veering off track. You're very right.
No, you're good.
But the you can't say. Listen, man. It doesn't make sense to me why everyone's offended by everything. You can't. This used to be a fun country. Things used to be.
It still is fun. It still is fun. You can still make jokes.
Fun. You can't walk 5 feet without somebody telling you you're doing something wrong or you're offending somebody.
Well, don't offend people. It's not that hard. I mean, like
a joke.
What's a joke, though? What type of joke are we talking about here?
I'm not picking on you specifically as a person that's being offended. I'm making light of something that I see around me in an observation, but yet I could be a bad guy because I made you feel some kind of way. That ain't my problem. I don't care how you feel. That's your problem.
Oh, so you can go around and just be a dick and mean to people, and they have to just sit there and take it.
No, they can say something back. I don't care. That's me personally. If you want to butt heads, that's fine. That's me personally. I'm just saying. To say that you don't recognize the difference, it's insane to me. I mean, from just the 90s when we were growing up,
So treating people with just like common decency is a pussification.
No, I'm not saying
that's what it sounds like.
I'm saying that take a fucking joke.
What kind of joke? What? Oh, we're gonna make fun of your ethnicity. So I'll just sit back there and laugh. Sit back there and laugh at this. We're going to make fun of your ethnicity.
I'm not specifically pointing anybody out. If I was specifically taking one person and pointing them out and making a joke about them in their situation, that's one thing. But if you generalize, you're not making fun of anybody.
Oh, you're just making fun of like an entire group of people that someone's a group of, and they just sit there and just take it. Okay. So they still have to sit there and take it. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to take it. Again, let's butt heads. That's fine with me. I don't care. But the point being, the thing is, it's interesting. It's interesting the take that you have. I don't have anything against the take that you have. I'm just trying to find the disconnect between, now and when we were kids, because you can't say anything now.
You can say stuff now. You just have take a look at like Anthony Jeselnik. He's like one of the darkest comedians out there. He'll make fun of anyone and everything, but you have to do it in a smart way. You have to subvert expectations. You don't have to sit there and attack a group. You can like make fun of a group of people, but you do it in a way that people aren't expecting. And you make fun. You're not putting them down.
Let me give you an example.
Okay.
I see constant. Now, I was going to make a comment about this yesterday. People are still, hear me out.
Okay.
People are still going on and on social media about Trump. In my opinion, just like Obama, this guy's yesterday's news. Shut the fuck up and move on. So as they go on and on, these aren't only Trump insults that are out there. It then turns into people on the right, conservative Republicans. Whatever your opinion is, it doesn't matter. The point being is these people keep digging at these other people, and it's pissing them off. Why is nobody getting upset that these people are being attacked in jokes in all these situations that we're talking about? The door swings both ways. Nobody is getting upset that the right, that the conservatives, that the Christians, that they could be attacked now because of the Trump, whatever. Why doesn't the door go both ways?
So Trump, he tried to overthrow the government.
He didn't try to overthrow the government.
Yes, he did. Like, once these trials, the information's coming out. He staged an insurrection in a coup. He knew these people were armed, said, I don't care that they're armed, let them through.
How many people got killed on January 6th?
Take a look at the police officer.
None.
Ashley Babbitt got murked.
None.
Fuck that cunt. The police officers that were the police officers who had to kill them, that committed suicide afterwards from all the fucking trauma from it. And here's why the right gets made fun of. They are racist. They are xenophobic, transphobic.
In my life, but I didn't.
They stormed the fucking Capitol. Everyone there should have been fucking shot and hung.
No. They were doing what they felt was the Boston Tea Party of this time.
It's not. They staged an insurrection because they lost. They lost in a free, fair election. And they staged an insurrection because they can't handle losing. And they want to call people on the left snowflakes. You fucking lost. You're a little bitch. You've been attention
for the last 15 years. Nobody can stand losing. It wasn't these people. The other side was
the left. The left didn't try to overthrow the government when they lost.
You know what they did? For 4 years, they marched the street and burned buildings down, and people got murdered. Yes. The other team.
Like the undercover cops up in Minnesota that were burning down buildings, when the people followed them, it's on camera. They duck into the police station.
I don't know. I pay no attention to what's going on in Minnesota. What I'm talking about is for 4 years, these people marched the streets. These people burned
protesting for human rights. And then when the protesters left, everything happened at night when they were.
The day that Trump got elected, the protest started. It went on for 4 years.
Yeah, because he immediately started when he won. Yeah, there were the women's right protest. And look, they turn out to be right. He tried to stage an insurrection.
You're right. And if you look at the other side, they would have opinions on both ways. You can't look at it one way or another.
One tried to overthrow the government. The others protested. They stormed the Capitol. They took a Confederate flag through the fucking Capitol. Those people all need lined up and shot.
You know what?
They're fucking traitors to America. Every single one of them.
Anything they want, that's besides the point.
Every single one of them, they are traitors to America.
The other side is burning flags. The other side is stomping flags. The other side is talking about how
it's a flag. America. It's a flag.
They're literally traitors. They're literally doing the things that you're saying the other side is doing.
Burning a flag is protected speech. Trying to overthrow the government is insurrection.
It's not.
It's a piece of fucking paper. It's a piece of fucking. It's material. It means nothing. It is nothing. It's a fucking flag.
It's very symbolic of the rights and freedoms that you have.
Yeah, and it's symbolic of the government. And when you protest the government, you burn the flag. You don't storm the Capitol because you lost a free and fair election because an orange shit gibbon was trying to stage an insurrection.
Give it time. Once the next person gets elected and they're from the right and the left doesn't like them, they're going to fucking storm something.
No, I guarantee you it's not. They won't.
In that conversation, because it's going to get just as bad the other way. And this is going to go back and forth.
No, it won't. This both sidism is fucking bullshit. It's been going on since the 90s. The fucking right has been taking away people's rights ever since the 90s, as little as they can. They're the ones who stoke fear and insurrection.
I'm not disputing that our rights have been being taken away since the 90s. I'm just saying one side is just as bad as the other. You can't.
They're not. Hey, let's have human rights for everyone. Let's hate everyone who's not white and Christian. Be fair.
Who is that? Mike, who is that? Do you know?
That's the Republican Party. That is literally the Republican Party.
I don't personally know anybody that has those opinions from the right that are people in my life. I don't know any.
Yeah, but they vote for politicians who say that.
And people on the other side vote for politicians that have
that want basic health care and human rights for everyone.
You're cherry picking. You're taking the nice things here. You're taking the bad things here.
What's the last good thing the Republican Party has done for America since Nixon established the EPA in the Clean Air Act?
What's that?
What's the last good legislation that a Republican has passed since Nixon with the EPA?
I have about 10 answers. I'm not going to get into them just because I don't want to start a bipartisan issue.
So nothing.
I think the conversation is great. I think this debate is great. But again, I'm not going to go deep into it because this isn't a political show. However, the point I'm making is, we can't say things about this group of people, which is fine. That's how society is. But then we should not keep saying, because the right, every single person isn't the person you're talking about. On the left, every single person isn't the person that I'm talking about. In the gay community, every single person, we're generalizing, we're giving these umbrella opinions when that's not the case. The fact of the matter is, if you don't want to insult these people, then you shouldn't insult these people no matter what your opinion is, because it's a human right, decency, blah, 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 blah. That's fine with me. I don't understand why we can't tell jokes anymore. I think that the race jokes were hilarious in the 90s. The black comedians really made a lot of headway with your Chris Rocks, your Martin Lawrence. These guys really made headway. You were really bringing people together because now we can laugh at one another. We can sit back at the end of the day and we can laugh at one another instead of wanting to kill one another over something that, again, it's a joke.
Those jokes can
about me. That's fine. Tell a joke about white people. What am I going to do?
Those jokes can still be made. They have to be made in a smart way that subverts your expectations and doesn't feed into stereotypes and hatred.
In my opinion,
that's what Chris Rock did. That's what George Carlin did. That's what Richard Pryor did.
Tune out. This is their job. If you don't like what this guy's saying, you can easily tune out.
That's why, there are no great conservative comedians. That's why just about every great comedian has a liberal, left-leaning, progressive bent to them.
Again, that's generalization. I don't know. We have to take all the comedians, put them down on paper, and try to look and see. I don't know.
It's true. It's like you can name any great comedian, and you can just look at their worldview.
I'll take your word. I don't know this, but I believe you. Mike, we got to talk about some more stuff.
That only killed 10 minutes of the show.
And which is fine. Like I said, I actually, during the debate, I thought to myself, I like this. This is good for the show. And then I just thought to myself, we just have to kind of see how far we want to go with it, because I don't want to alienate anybody. Our audience, you're all awesome. The dumb yinzer, love you unconditionally.
The smart yinzer hates everyone equally.
Why? Hitler over here on the
I root for the giant meteor. I root for everything. I want that CERN to open up a black hole and to swallow us all because humanity's failed as a species.
We haven't had a good shouting match on the show. I think that this is something that the show needed to give a little personality, show a little personality. So again, I thought that was all right, man. Here you go. Man who allegedly killed his friend while fishing claimed that Bigfoot influenced him.
Bigfoot. You know what? Hey.
The one motherfucker that finds Bigfoot talking to killing somebody by Bigfoot.
I did not know Bigfoot spoke American. I did not know he spoke English.
The American Yeti.
I didn't realize his vocal cords, everything he was able to speak. Man, that's badass, man. Bigfoot's full of surprises. He's out there pitching. He's out there,
Chewbacca or that strain.
Yeah,
that's what I think of.
Yeah,
when I think of Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's out there, slinging beef jerky, and telling you to kill people. Was he hanging out with the Oh God, who was that serial killer from the 70s that talked to his dog? Son of Sam. Yeah. It's the dog reincarnated as Bigfoot.
This dude, yes.
And he was just telling people to go kill.
So there you have it.
They never tell them to kill themselves. It's always to go kill your friend.
Yeah,
This is why I never go fishing with people. I go fishing by myself.
Kill your 9-year-old kid, or you know what I mean? It's always like the most fucked up shit ever. This is the fucking Bigfoot.
No, Bigfoot does not have your best interests at heart.
No, and as far as I'm concerned, he's not very educated either.
No, he's not.
Another one. Health department confirms there is nine cases of monkeypox confirmed in southwestern Pennsylvania.
Cover up your open sores on your body, especially if you're going to get freaky with someone, but hey, if that's your fetish though, I don't want to kink shame you. I don't want to judge you, but you just cover that up for now. Let it heal. Let it heal. Okay. Because I'm tired of public health crisis after public health crisis after public health crisis. Granted, I don't like being around people anyway, so everything works out great for me.
Yes.
But I just, no one wants to see your open sores, but it's wrap that, just put a fucking bandage on it. That's all I'm saying. And wash your fucking hands.
I know.
Y'all disgust me. I'm a slob. I'm a slob, but just fucking wash your hands, cover your shit up.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
I know, who just walks around their monkeypox out for all to see,
right?
If I had monkeypox, I'd have long sleeves on, the whole nine. I don't want people looking at my monkeypox.
Right? Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
Dirty motherfucker.
Until everybody has them, I don't want to be the only one that has them.
Right? I don't be that weird guy like open sores on my body.
Yeah.
What you got? No, I got leprosy. I'm just gonna go with that. Straight leprosy. I ain't telling people I got monkeypox. I got the leprosy.
Here's one for you. What about Jill Biden's little faux pas about calling the Latinos tacos or some shit?
And then she said to like the Latino community's diverse is like these. I guess they had like tacos there, like breakfast tacos, lunch tacos. So hey, these are diverse. Everyone's the whole community's diverse.
Which wasn't a well thought out.
No, it wasn't.
Talking about it wasn't the most well thought out delivery. You know,
it's probably one of those like. They're there. Hey, we got a lot of tacos here. We got people here. It's like, oh, come on, homie.
Which should be funny. Funny.
Is stuff like that's funny. Like even if Trump would have, in his in his broken English tried to say that, okay, it would have been funny. So because you're not sitting there calling, oh, you bunch of taco eaters. Like, no, you're diverse. We got a wide variety here at this buffet. Because it's like Bubba, Forrest Gump, and his life is like a box of chocolates. And he said that to a black woman too in the movie. Forrest Gump is racist.
Didn't he say life is
I can't remember what he said. I don't know.
I just recently seen that on something the other day where it was like things that you thought that really aren't.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, because that's
this is like what we say because that's how we remember it.
But it's not what he. It's not what he said. Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah. Now, like when I heard that story, I'm like, I want tacos. That was my first thought.
Yes. Man, now you got me thinking about tacos.
Tacos, right? I think that's the whole reason you brought that story up, so you could talk about tacos. Yeah, tacos.
Escaped kangaroo. Check this out, Mike. Tell me how bizarre you think this story is. Escaped kangaroo goes by the name Jackie Legs. Escaped from an Alabama property. Okay.
Of course, the South.
Was safely captured with the help of cheese puffs and Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. What's the most bizarre part of that sentence? The fact that there is a kangaroo on the loose. The fact that there's a kangaroo on the loose in Alabama. The fact that they pulled it in with cheese puffs and Pabst Blue Ribbon, which we just talked about the other day. I don't recall the conversation, but I do know that was something that just came up recently. But
and his name is what? Janky Legs?
Yeah.
Jenko legs, skinny jean legs. What the fuck? What's his name again?
It's Jackie Legs, but
Jackie Legs. So
yeah.
There's this beautiful, magnificent creature, Janky Legs from Australia. He gets transported to Alabama. He goes from eating shrimp off the bobby and drinking fucking Foster's to eating cheese puffs and Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Do you remember us talking about that beer recently?
Yeah, because they had that 1884 case or some shit like that.
You're right. That's what it was.
We know who bought it. This fucking kangaroo. This motherfucker.
Much for them kangaroos, man. They're beastie.
Have you seen them? These things are jacked. Yeah, this got to be the only obese and diabetic kangaroo because he's from the South. He's American, so of course, look at me. I'm fat. He's overweight, just like me. He's probably diabetic because like half the South. You know, they're gonna have to cut off one of his janky legs. Then he's just gonna be janky leg.
And like whenever you look at them and they're straight ahead and they're standing there, they look like a boxer. They have like like you said, they're jacked. Their arms are always kind of like in this position and.
Yeah, this one looks like George Foreman now. Got the big old gut and stuff. All sweaty. That's good. That's gonna be the cover. I'm gonna have to find a fat kangaroo.
Canadian runner breaks world record for joggling. That's jogging while you're juggling. The Canadian runner breaks the world record, joggles for 6.2 miles, 34 minutes and 47 seconds.
That's why would you juggle and jog at the same time? Two activities that are no fun, at least to me. I like to watch people juggle. Like juggling, I find it, like people who juggle, I love this shit. I'll sit there and watch. I ain't gonna watch anyone jog.
Here's one for you.
I'm not gonna watch anyone joggle. Then.
Let me ask you this. Do you see under any circumstances yourself ever running again for the rest of your life? Like running, like full speed like you did when you were a kid?
Oh God, no.
And I'm thinking, even, people say there better be somebody chasing me. At that point, slit my fucking throat, because if I have to run or get my throat slit, I'm just saying.
The only running I'm doing is on the elliptical. I'm not running on the treadmill, not running on the track, no. Like I'll run after my kid, but I'm not running full speed. I'm not blowing out both knees and a hammy at the same time. Not gonna happen. But I'll get on the elliptical and
I actually had a slow impact. It was either last night or the night before. I just had a dream that I was on one of them machines, and I remember thinking to myself, "Wow, look at me getting in shape and shit," But that wasn't even real.
I like the elliptical. I can do the elliptical for a while. F the treadmill.
I don't know. I walk occasionally, and it's pretty hellish.
I walk like 5, 6, 7, 8 miles a day at work. I get home, I'm tired. I'm done. I'm done for the day.
Another one. Let's see. We got one that I think you'll like. New Jersey man finds $1,000 buried under his porch from 1934. $1,000 buried away under his porch from 1934. All the old bills. People are going to think he's counterfeiting.
Get that shit sent out and graded, my man, because some of those bills might be worth more than $1,000.
I know, right?
You got more than 1,000.
That's pre-World War II shit.
Yeah, you got some nice money in there and stuff. So you can check that stuff out.
So another person happening across money.
Yeah. Hey, why can't it be me?
I know. I want to happen across.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah. Shit, I'll even happen across. Give me $500, man. I'll happen across that. Gladly. Yeah. And $20, $10.
$10 and a big bag of Doritos. I'm in.
I don't know what you want, Bubba.
Another one. South Carolina, to spread the word about staying prepared for the Atlantic hurricane season this year, on newly crafted beer cans. Know Your Zone is the name of the project. Basically, it's going to feature information. It's going to feature a QR code. And it's from the basically out of the Tradman's Brewing Company in South Carolina. So they're going to basically have information for you pertaining to the hurricanes, things like that. Pretty cool idea.
I like it. It's certain parts of South Carolina get pounded with those. So and people like when they gear up for that stuff, one of the things they sell out of is alcohol. So why not put it on the can?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I drank too much. I should have moved. Oh, let me scan my phone or scan my can on my phone and see what I need to do. I like it. I do too.
Like
any way to get like information,
because a lot of stuff already has that on it, that code.
Yeah.
I think cigarette prep packs should probably have it. Like anything that you generally buy that's packaged.
Yeah.
I think should have not only to link you to their information, but like I say, you could use it for greater cause, protect people.
You can use it for good, but we know how that goes.
Yeah, right. Ozzy and Sharon are asking $18 million for their trophy mansion in Hancock Park. Ozzy's in bad shape. He has that. What is it? What are they? He just came out and said what it is.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, he got the Parkinson's. I
mean, they're old people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ozzy's 70 and 70 something. He has Parkinson's, and the kids are, as far as I know, Jack's out of the basement, and I guess it's time to move on. You don't really need the $18 million mansion anymore.
No, it's time to downsize. And good luck getting anyone 18 million in this housing market.
Yeah,
the bubble can burst at any minute now. You keep reading stories about that, so it's
you better talk to other very, very rich people, because that's that's gonna be super hard to sell.
Yeah, because right
now.
Yeah, it's not a seller's market right now.
No. I guess we got time for a couple more.
Another one.
Day shift. Jamie Foxx and Snoop. Movie coming out. It's a vampire hunting duo. Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg.
That movie's gonna be so bad. I'm gonna love it. I know Jamie Foxx can act, man.
Yeah.
I think he's a pretty good actor. Snoop, I really never seen him act in anything other than Old School when he played himself.
Yeah. Same with like Half Baked. He was himself. He was
himself. He's still.
Yeah. So I can only imagine.
I'll love it. I guarantee you that it probably will be funny as fuck.
It's probably gonna be hilarious. It's vampire hunting duo. So I mean, it already has that element,
Yeah.
And Snoop's gonna be hot. It should be funny. It should be stupid funny.
Oh
maybe,
yeah. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way in hell I'm not gonna watch it.
Exactly.
And I hate movies, so
like anything Snoop Dogg's involved in, you have to check it out at least once.
Absolutely. Everybody, don't forget, check out Hit 'em Hard to the Graveyard. The Hit 'em Hard's new mixtape just came out last week. Hit 'em Hard to the Graveyard, Volume 1. That is over at Spotify. It has 9 great songs featured by all the great artists over at Hit 'em Hard, which include Prime Sinister, Dust, Cigarillas, Jump Off JD, Tempo FYF, Stickman Slick, and more. So do yourself a favor, go check it out, especially if you like rap music. I think you're really going to enjoy this. So that's Hit 'em Hard to the Graveyard, Volume 1 mixtape. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about the website, Mike?
Head on over to twodumbyinsers.com. And I'm looking at the analytics right now. People have been visiting more and more. I'm loving it. So yes, twodumbyinsers.com. We have the link for Spotify, where you can listen to us. YouTube, where you can watch us. We have our merchandise store. We have our email address on there to email us questions, comments, anything at all. Well, I don't want to see nudes. People, don't send me your nudes. But yes, twodumbyinsers.com.
I was thinking to myself before the show, just got out of the shower. Maybe when the show's over, I'll go run to the store, do some things. Then you got me all worked up and hot and sweaty. Now I don't feel like doing anything.
You got me all worked up, hot and sweaty. Wait, that didn't sound right. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, you know what? Like I said, I think the show needed a good argument. I was thinking that a while back. It was almost sickening that we as two human beings get along as well as we do. And I thought to myself, you know what? A nice fight wouldn't be bad. And that was fun, man.
So bring politics into the show, like the one thing we said we'll never talk about.
Yeah,
politics and religion. So tomorrow we're just going to argue religion. All right, cool. I'll just pencil that in.
If you ever feel the need to have a fight on this show, either bring up one of them.
One of those two topics, we will MF each other. And then afterwards text each other. That shit was fun.
Yeah, right. So today, what I did, you were 3-1. Now, what happened was the 1 week we only had one game. We had other trivia games going on. We had
those should count. Those should count. I won those games.
Well, hold on. Listen. So, like last week, we had Casey. We had Levi. The 2 other days we had games. So there was only 1 day worth of this trivia, and then the week before. So right now you're sitting at 3-1. 3-1 is your record. I looked it up. So I'm going back to the Steelers. So no worry about Shenley Park. No questions about Forbes Field. We're going back to our bread and butter, baby. We're going back to a Steeler question. So you could hopefully continue your good run and
my dominance.
Your dominance through July.
Look how gray my beard is.
I still see that booger.
Right there. Right there. I'm pointing at it. I need some just for men.
That booger drives me crazy, man.
Me too. It's like in the worst possible spot too. Because with the lighting too, it looks like a massive booger just hanging there. No matter where I turn. If you're listening on Spotify, this is not doing anything for you.
So long. You know what I mean? Like for the people that don't know and they just tune in the whole entire show, you're just kind of sitting there picking at it.
Well, it's like this.
Like, go like this, like pull your like this, like you have something stringy. You know what I mean? Just periodically do that. If I was a new viewer, I would dig it.
I can go like this, put it in my mouth.
yeah.
Okay.
Put it in your mouth. Wipe it on shit, while you're talking, like you're like
Oh God.
You have your pencil handy.
I got my pen.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Like I said, we're hopping back. We're hopping back to the Steeler questions, Mike. So prepare yourself.
I'm prepared.
Okay. In 1978, which Steeler, during a Monday Night Football interview with Howard Cosell, made the comment that all quarterbacks should wear dresses? In 1978, which Steeler, during a Monday Night Football interview with Howard Cosell, made the comment that all quarterbacks should wear dresses? And go.
Okay. You like your little protein shakes that you drink, buddy? Yeah. See, look, I don't even have to pay attention. I can do other things because I know the answer to this one. His birthday was not that long ago. Dun 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 dun.
All right, so you feel you got an answer then?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're pretty confident with your answer?
I'm very confident with my answer.
All right, let me read the question again. In 1978, which Steeler, during a Monday Night Football interview with Howard Cosell, made the comment that all quarterbacks should wear dresses? And you said that you do. You have an answer, Mike. What do you believe that the answer is?
Jack Lambert.
Jack Lambert. Now, is that your final answer?
It's my final answer.
Bruh. That's your new correct bell instead of the bell.
I love it. I love it. Bruh.
No bell, bruh. So that is correct. It was Jack Lambert. I just seen something last night, Mike. Remember how we were talking about the debate between who was better, Ham or Lambert?
And
I was like, that Jack Lambert was just so scary. I was watching this highlight and it was kind of grainy and kind of old. Now this guy was manhandling everybody, and I thought it was Lambert. It ended up being Ham.
Yeah.
Like he was just manhandling people, dude.
Yeah.
And like I said, from the distance, I couldn't see the last number. I thought it was 58, but it was 59.
Yeah.
I can't answer that question. I'm too young to answer that question. Like I had said when we had the conversation, it's almost something that you had to live through to see week to week, see these guys perform. I can't answer that question, especially now. I'm even further away from the answer now than I was when we asked the question. Yeah. Because I've seen some Jack Ham footage, and you know what? He's just as scary as Lambert.
Yeah, man. He was a beast, man. He was a beast. They all were on that defense too, man.
Yes.
That whole team was scary.
Cool. It was really cool to watch because, you know, once you live and you hear these stories and you hear about the 70s and the steel curtain, and then you go back and watch, it means so much more to you because you watch these highlights and you're like, this is what people were sitting down.
Yeah.
Thinking, damn, these guys are scary back in the 70s. And then this would be the team that would go on to win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. We missed out. We missed out on the era, Mike. You know?
We did. But, you know.
We had our fair share.
We had our share. Well, you know, we had.
I'll never take back, you know, you can never take back James Harrison's 99-yard interception. You never take back Willie Parker 75. There's so many things in the Super Bowls that we had. Yeah. That, you know what? I'm totally fine with.
Yep.
So there you have it, everybody. Mike, you have anything before we take off, brother, man?
No. Tune in tomorrow when we tear each other apart over religion.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Please check out our website. Like Mike said, you can follow us anywhere. Follow us over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or visit our website. A lot of cool stuff on there. You can check out all the episodes, merchandise, yada, yada, yada. So there you go. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning for another hour.